Guys, haven't talked to y'all in a little while. Hope things are going well out there, well as they can be. I wanted to share. I had an interesting dream that I wanted to share, and then also just wanted to give you some thoughts on a couple of things. Some things we've talked about before, and then maybe some things that we haven't. So first, let me talk about. I did a video about a year ago on what the shot would do and what it would be about, and the kinds of messages you would begin hearing. So in that video, I told you that people would begin to tell you that it's the mark, and that there would be campaigns to spread that information. But the reason why it isn't, and that it can't be, is because it will be given to children. It will be given to the mentally ill, to people who are slow, the disabled, prisoners, right? I told you all these things last year. And the mark of the beast won't be that way. People aren't going to be tricked into that, especially kids, especially the innocent. They're not going to be given something that will take away their salvation without understanding what it is and without being able to make that decision, right? God wouldn't do that to children. So what you are seeing is not the mark. However, I realize all of the things that you already know, that it changes DNA and that it will probably kill a lot of people, right? Those things are true about it. But understand that God's in complete control. And when the actual mark comes, it'll be a choice that people will make. They will choose to deny Christ and take that mark, and the children won't be here at that time. The disabled won't be here at that time. People who are innocent and can't make that decision, they won't be here at that time. And the bride will also not be here at that time. It will happen after the rapture. The full implementation of the mark, it will happen after the rapture. So just wanted to reiterate that in case there's some new people, or maybe some of you have forgotten about that video from last year. The word I was given about it initially was the word red herring, which when I looked up is something that looks a lot like the thing but isn't the thing, right? And that's what this is. Okay. Now I wanted to talk about the dream I had a couple of nights ago, because it was interesting. So some of you have probably had dreams about coming back during the tribulation to help, and maybe in some of those dreams you've had like a sort of superpower, or been able to do things that you wouldn't normally be able to do, like when Jesus came back after he rose from the dead. Before he ascended permanently, he was able to walk through walls and appear places, right? Well, in this dream, I was transformed, and I was in the tribulation, and I had the ability to kind of like fly. It was sort of the thing that the original Superman could do, where he could jump really far, and it was kind of like flying. That's sort of what it was like. And then the other thing I could do, which is the thing that I normally see in those types of dreams, is I had really accurate understandings of the future. It was like the gift of prophecy on steroids, right? Like I knew the details for people of what would happen and what choices they need to make and all of that, right? In this dream, the thing that was impressed on me and that I kept saying throughout the dream was that I was talking about Obama. I've told you all for years that he's the Antichrist, and I know many of you know that. I've had more dreams than I could count about him as the Antichrist. But in this dream, I was specifically talking about how he had been prepared for that position by gaining notoriety and power through being in charge of America. The thing that I wasn't clear on, though, is if I was talking about that in past tense, or if I was talking about him coming back into power in America before he took his full position as the Antichrist. I'm not sure about that part. So I'm kind of wondering if he comes back into power here. I mean, I guess he is behind Biden in power, but I mean, like, steps onto the stage before he takes his full position as the Antichrist. So I'm just putting up that dream so that if that does happen, we can go back and see that the Lord had already warned us of that. I think those are kind of the two main things that I wanted to talk to you about. I want to say, we know the things that are happening right now with the Shah are totally demonic. We see them coming after the children. I do remember, I think it was maybe Kim Fisher, or I can't remember exactly who, but somebody had been in contact with this older gentleman that he's passed on now, but I remember he had told them before he died, I know everyone's looking for the Revelation 12 sign, but that's not the thing you'll see before the rapture. He said the thing you'll see is smoke coming up from the temple. I assume the one on the Temple Mount. I don't know. And he said at the time of the rapture, they'll be coming after the children, which is what we see. So I would say be encouraged by seeing these things. Remember that we're not supposed to fear them. I know that can be difficult. I have young children, so I understand. But ultimately, we are under the blood. We're under the protection of Christ. And he's the one that guides our steps. And he's the one that's really in control. And so realistically, we don't have anything to be afraid of. It's a hard thing to rest in Christ sometimes. It's a hard thing to say, God, I know you've got this. I can't see how you're going to do it, but I know that you will. But that is the position that's going to bring you peace right now. And not trying to solve these things intellectually or figure out a plan to work it all out, right? It's got to be your faith that sustains you right now. So anyway, I love you all, and I plan to see you soon. If not here, then in the air. God bless you. Bye.